So I'm Hank, and this is CBMF, and today we are going through what I hope to be a little series where I describe what happens in issues of Ghost Rider 2099. I'm here with Andrew.
You ran out of X-Men titles already.
I really did. Spectacular. Thanos. Transformers. I'm just looking at the comic rack right now. The transformative Andrew.
Oh,
Oh wait,
wow.
that actually worked.
That's
okay,
pretty-
that's the one we'll leave in.
Okay. We're going to edit all of this out.
So,
Start from the top. This is Hank.
Here we go.
Shit.
here we go. I'm going to start from the stop. Start from the stop. Let's cut all. Hey, I'm Hank. Ghost Rider 2099 is a Marvel comic that was published back in 1994. It was written by Len Kamansky, and it was drawn by Chris Bocalo and Mark Buckingham.
Like the one that's on Doctor Strange right now?
Yes,
Cool.
that Chris Bocalo. Very few people have had a chance to read the series, so I'm going to take you on a journey through the opening storyline,
Wow.
beginning with the first issue. Ghost Rider 2099 takes place in Transverse City, which is an enormous 10-story, 20-lane highway that exists between what Detroit was and what Chicago became.
Populated entirely by trans people.
Populated mostly by biker gangs. Cybernetic biker gangs.
Jesus.
Him too. In the first few pages, we're introduced to the Ghost Rider 2099, who is a skull-faced robot wearing biker leather and riding a hoverbike.
Of course.
And he's fucking with another biker, and he wants to know who paid the artificial kids to kill off the Hotwire martyrs. The artificial kids are a gang of thugs and
Okay,
killers.
that was my question.
Yeah, that's just a name for a biker gang. The artificial kids.
But they're little robots.
No, they're tough guys.
Okay,
I
cool.
think their leader is a big black guy with dreadlocks, because
Cool.
that's how you do gangs in the
1993.
future. Yeah. The Hotwire Martyrs are a hacker gang who specialize in procuring forbidden information.
Wow.
But they're also like greasy, like neuromancer style hackers. Like
Okay.
guys who stay up late doing speed and listening to thrasher metal. I don't know.
I see. Like the movie Hackers.
Yes, but more gothic.
Okay.
Sort of like,
More like The Matrix.
or The Crow.
Oh, I've never seen The Crow.
What? All right, we're stopping this podcast right now,
Gonna
and
watch
we're
The
watching
Crow.
all of the TV series, The Crow. It's filmed here in town.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not very good. So,
Neuromancers.
Ghost Rider is told that Jetter made the deal. Jetter is the warlord of the artificial kids.
Okay.
And then Ghost Rider flashes back to a week earlier, where a lone hacker, Zero, of the Hotwire Martyrs, has been shot with a toxic bullet, and he's running for his life. Crashes his bike and wanders lost down side streets begging for help, but nobody wants to get involved. They really play up the like people just don't want to, like he's bleeding on the side of people's cars and like saying, please, like just call for help, and people are like, nope,
Cruelty
not
of
doing
man
that.
type thing.
Sorry?
Cruelty of man type thing. Where
Sure.
It's like, everyone's so indifferent.
Urban centers,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, in the future, you could fucking bleed out next to your fellow man, and he won't give a fuck.
This is my least favorite Yakov Smirnov joke.
In 2099. So eventually, Zero makes his way to a payphone, and he puts in a call to his girlfriend where he sends her an encrypted file. And then he hangs up because Jetter and the rest of the artificial kids descend upon him. Zero knows he's going to die. So he patches himself into the internet through the little cybernetic implant he has in his head, and he takes all the safety precautions off so he can just burn his brain out completely. He's just going to leave them with like a smoldering skull.
Much like Ghost Rider. Get it?
Much like Ghost Rider. He, at which point his brain, his intelligence is converted basically into like a raw electric signal and just like feeds itself straight into the internet.
Okay.
He awakens
Oh,
in a place that is not a place.
wow.
It's claims to be a refuge built into cyberspace by artificial intelligences where they can hide from mankind, which they call the Ghost Works. They call their refuge a Ghost Works. They don't call mankind a Ghost Works. that wouldn't
Good
make any sense.
clarification there. We're going to cut that.
And they explain to Zero, whose real name is Kenshiro Cochran.
What nationality is this man?
It's the future, so he's
it's a
got
melting
like,
pot.
yeah, that's
Okay.
the. I think
I
it's
mean-
implied at one point that that he does have like Asian heritage on one side, and like, but his dad is like a super like the classic white businessman type.
Okay. So like the dad from American Beauty. Not Kevin Spacey.
Older and sadder. Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So they explain to him that they have saved a digital code of his mind and that they want to make him an offer. And that basically greed and stupidity are being seen as an information virus which corrodes the foundation of human civilization.
Interesting.
And they want to introduce him as an antiviral agent.
Ooh.
The idea of having the strength to legitimately fight against his oppressors is appealing to Zero, so he agrees, and the machine intelligence of the Ghostworks transfer the digital code of Zero's mind into the body of an advanced cybernetic war machine. And now we've come full circle, and that's who the Ghost Rider is.
Weird. So it has nothing to do with, like...
demons.
So it could ostensibly be anything.
It's... Yeah. It has more in common with like the ghost in the shell, like that sort of a concept, and like it does in later issues. You get into a whole thing about like, you know, is the digital recording of him, like what is his relationship to that?
I stopped listening because my mind is reeling to think of a Ghost Rider in the Shell joke, but I don't have it. It's not there.
Oh yeah, it's gonna fuck me up now too. So now we know that the Ghost Rider is a digital reproduction of the dead punk hacker Zero, and we know he's looking for revenge. Ghost Rider gets a destination from the thug he's beating up right before the cops show up, and the cops are going to chase Ghost Rider, but Ghost Rider has a holographic cloak field that makes him invisible.
All right.
So he goes to where the artificial kids are, and he basically fucks them all up, like he undoes his cloak field and then just kind of wades through them, like just fucking tearing these guys apart.
I'm still picturing little robots.
The artificial kids does not hold up as a tough sounding dang name.
Does it have a Z?
I don't think so.
I need it.
It's not with a Z in my notes, but now that you said that, like it fucking has to be with a Z.
Sure
I'm
so.
positive that it is. So then he gets his way to Jetter. And first, Ghost Rider wants to know who paid the artificial kids to kill off the Hotwire martyrs, and he gets the answer, which is Demonics.
With an X?
Ooh, I wonder what that means. Yeah.
Capital
M_Monix.
That's great.
Yeah, Demonics.
That's great.
And then Jetter's like, man, I gave you the name. What more do you want? And then, from the back of Ghost Rider's right arm, a big chainsaw blade comes out.
Awesome.
And the last page is just a big close-up of Ghost Rider 2099's face with the chainsaw arm going, vengeance.
Spirit of...
Yep. Cybernetic spirit of...
Whoa!
With a chainsaw arm.
That's cool.
The chainsaw arm remains one of my... That's why I think a lot of other things, like,
Evil
suck. Like, once something has a chainsaw arm... It shows you how lame everything that doesn't have a chainsaw arm is. Like, and that's kind of always my response of the like, oh, Captain America. Cool.
If that shield is a chainsaw, though.
Dude, if he had a chainsaw arm, like, even just the shield being a chainsaw isn't enough for me. He needs to have a chainsaw.
Can he have a chainsaw arm and the shield over top of it?
I could see that being cool.
Yeah.
I would be more interested in seeing that movie.
Okay.
Same thing with Thor. Same thing with all of them. Why doesn't Iron Man have a chainsaw arm?
Black Panther, where's your chainsaw?
This is my question to all characters. Where
Ryan
is your chainsaw arm?
Hashtag give Black Panther a chainsaw, please.
That is not trending. I just checked and it's not ever trending.
The please is very important to me.
Anyways, I think we probably made this long enough, and I'll cut out so much of it. But when you hear this, you won't be in it.
Oh, cool.
That'll be. Thank you for being here and helping me tape this. But
it's just you talking about Ghost Rider to yourself.
Welcome to my life. Yeah. That's. Anyways, that was Ghost Rider 2099 number 1. Next week, Ghost Rider 2099 number 2.
How many of them are there?
5 make up the central storyline.
That's very doable.
25 make up the...
also doable.
But we'll move on to something else by then. Okay. All right, and we'll cut.